Howdy, dirty birds. 'Tis I, the Great Woogs, down here at Normandy Aircraft. And this week, you're getting a double feature of episode 3 and 4 because we've been so incredibly busy. That's right, you're watching the Sky Pirates of Normandy! Hey there, everybody, and that is right. This is a double feature, episode 3 and 4. Why? Because by the time I realized it was Saturday, it actually been 2 Saturdays. Yeah, it's been that busy. But enough business, let's go for the fun. It is time for your weekly update on our project, the Corben Baby Ace. So let's go back in time, about a week, to his lordship, Master Dick, doing what he does best. Stripping.
So here we are with his lordship, Master Dick, and he's been stripping like he does, and this right here is the cowling for the Corben Baby Ace. Well, the Corben Baby Ace uses a lot of J3 cub parts, and there was a warbird that happened to be a J3 cub, known as an L4. If you're taking a look at this, we're starting to wonder if this cowling's an L4 cowling. That's old paint. It's the old OD green. So, yeah, the irony is the front half of this airplane might actually be part of a warbird. Dick, it's all your fault.
Oh, yeah.
It's always your fault.
Of course.
See, isn't that really cool? Pieces of our aircraft can actually be pieces of actual aviation history. So as he stripped off that paint and we saw that old military green paint, which would not come off on there, that was the coolest thing ever because, holy crap, that's an L4. So, all of his hard work paid off. You saw him working away, getting all that paint off and everything. In the end, you get this beautiful piece right here. That's right, folks. This is the same exact cowling that you saw his lordship stripping out there. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to treat the metal to prevent corrosion, and then we're going to prime it, and then we're going to paint it. The color is still a secret. So he didn't just get just that done. He also got bottom cowling done. Oh wait, but there's more. He got the boot cowl around the top, which is actually above the camera here, which you can't see, but also, let's say, hey, look, fairings. One cool thing we're doing with the Baby Ace project is we're actually trying to save pieces that were, painted beforehand, and most of that's the old primer. So you look at the back, it's the old green primer. And there's a little bit of the dope on there, or as we'd call it, stitz on there. So we also got more of the sheet metal that's been stripped. We have inspection panels. Ooh, screeching metal. We've got all that going on. So he got that done over the I'd say, episode 3 week. Episode 4 week, the airplane starts looking a whole lot more like an airplane. Let's take a look.
It is now week 4 on the Corben Baby Ace project down here at Normandy Aircraft. And no, folks, that's not static you're hearing. That's pouring ass rain outside. Why? Because here in the Pacific Northwest, Mother Nature's favorite hobby is rain, and more rain. Which I'm okay with because that keeps all the warm weather people back in their states and the airspace more open for me. But enough of me rambling, let's talk about the holy crap, there's an airplane behind him. All y'all who've been watching this since episode 1 will see the big difference. But let's talk about what's new. The firewall is now permanently attached to the aircraft. The purpose of the firewall is self-explanatory, and if you can't figure that out, well, I can't help you. So, the other cool thing was we were able to save the original zinc chromate on the back of that firewall, and we all signed that. So that's a tradition we like to do down here, because our time on this planet is short. A lot of these airplanes outlive us by like 3-fold. So whatever crazy soul wants to restore this way down the road, they're going to look at that firewall and go, who the hell is Dick Hill? He's a cool dude. Next, fuel tank now is permanently installed to the aircraft. We painted it with a really cool chemical-resistant and heat-resistant paint that's to help against corrosion and wear and everything like that, because that fuel tank sits right above your lap. And my biggest pet peeve, well at least right now, is protect your femurs. So we've got that new chafe tape around there. We tighten down those straps. That's so that you don't have metal-on-metal action, giggity. And we used the new hardware. And to do that, we actually had to install the top of the boot cowl to the firewall because there's this little hole here that you have to put the thingy through. That's what she said. And that's how you get the alignment. So the top of the boot cowls are going to come back off and get primed and painted with that top secret paint job that we keep talking about and alluding to. So we have that. But you've been watching going, what's all this pink crap? Well, it's actually kind of an orangish color, but it's fabric, and even more fabric. So in the next episode, I'm actually going to show you how we do that on the vertical fin and rudder, one or the other, or both. Who knows? Depends on our time. So we were able to go ahead and install the side fabric on here. The fabric on this airplane goes on slightly different than the way we do on our certified or warbird restorations, but still turns out just as cool. So we went ahead and attached it with polytack because we're doing what we call the Stitz system here. And then we ironed it with an actual iron at 250 degrees, and then second pass at 350 degrees. I'll cover all this in the next video. I know a lot of people are lost. Then what we do is we paint on this stuff, which is called polybrush, which is what we refer to in our industry as the dope. Yes, dope. And if you don't wear a respirator, you do get high. So, wear a respirator. I actually use a fresh air system. Then once we do that, we have these little things here that you might be able to see on the camera. Those are called finish tapes. So we're going to cover all that in next week's video, and also more updates on this. For this next week, we're going to permanently install the rudder pedals. The wood repair for the belly is almost done, so those are going to get installed, which means then the belly fabric can be done. The stick, that's right. Yeah, the aileron stick. I'm just going to call it that. The stick goes in. Control stick, that's where I'm looking for. The control stick goes in. And any of the pulleys or anything associated with that will be cleaned up and get ready. So at this point, we're almost ready to start spraying this thing. And oh, before I forget, he doesn't do the internet, but he does do the YouTube, because someone showed him, one of our dear friends showed him how to do YouTube on his new TV. Yes, his lordship, your seat is still in here. You were right. So, there's your update on the Corben Baby Ace D model. Thanks again for watching the Sky Pirates of Normandy here on the YouTube. But first, a PSA for me, Woogs. Please be kind to essential workers during these hard times. Please, I am begging you. We are working our literal asses off to keep everything going forward to the best of our abilities. So, if things don't go as fast as you want or the way you want, please understand we are doing the best during these circumstances to do our jobs. So whether it's healthcare, whether it's mechanical, whatever it is, when it's an essential job, we are doing our best. So please be understanding, please be kind, and don't be a dick. But enough of me preaching, let's talk about the cool story. So Smutney and I, which you'll meet him a little later on, we're working on Orion Navion, and we heard a sound, and then we heard it again, and it was like, what the hell is that? And then there was a second one. It was a freaking tribal horn of some form. And I was like, geez, are the orcs coming over the wall at, Helm's Deep? It's like, what the hell is going on outside? So we stepped out of the shop to discover 30 people, give or take a few, all 6 feet apart, I guess I could say praying the plague away, which I thought was really neat. I'm not sure what nationality they were. They looked like Central South American. If anyone knows who these guys were, I'd really like to know so I can respectfully call their leader the correct term. I'm just going to call him the shaman. Because the shaman apparently booked a helicopter tour with the helicopter company that's right on the other side of the wall of us. And so our dear friend, Miss Dallas, flew the shaman over the region so he could pray the plague away. So if the plague goes away, we owe Dallas everything. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We owe Dallas for flying the shaman around. If anyone knows about any of these guys, what they were doing, who they are, anything like that, I'd like to know so I can respectfully call them the right things. But that was different. And this went on for about 2 hours of them chanting and playing their music. So I can say in all my years with airplanes, that was most definitely a first. So hope everyone has a great weekend and great week. And we will see you guys next week. And just remember, just because you're not someone else's cup of tea does not mean you're not someone else's keg. Woogs out. Pa-pow!